My dear students, today we're gonna talk about repeated multiplication. This is the first lesson in algebra. Talk about the repeated multiplication. For example, we have studied before when we have 2 raised to power 3, it means we multiply 2 by itself 3 times like that. 2 raised to power 3, it means 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. The same if we have a rational number, 3rd raised to power 2, it means 3rd multiplied by itself 2 times, final answer it will be equal 1/9. But in this year, we gonna solve the last exercise by another way, like that. If we have base 3rd raised to power 2, we can distribute this power on the numerator and denominator like that. 3rd raised to power 2, it means 1 raised to power 2 over 3 raised to power 2, give us the same answer 1/9. So both of them are right, but we prefer the second method. Let's see, there are some notes. If we have a negative base like that, negative 1/2 raised to power 2. If this power is even, we can cancel negative in this case, like that, negative half raised to power 2, because power here is even number, we can cancel this negative, it means equal 1/2 raised to power 2, and by doing the previous steps, it will be equal 1 raised to power 2 over 2 raised to power 2, finally equal 1/4. So we must study this rule. Because the even power cancels the negative, we must study this even number. It will be 0 or 2, 4, 6, and 8, and so on. So, again, if we have even number, we can cancel this negative sign in this case. But if we have odd power like that, negative half raised to power 3, 3 here is odd power. We keep negative outside the brackets like that, and it will be equal negative, open brackets, half raised to power 3. And by doing the previous steps, distribute power of numerator and denominator, it will be equal negative 1 raised to power 3 over 2 raised to power 3, finally equal negative 1/8. So we must study this rule also, because the odd power keeps a negative sign. Odd numbers, it will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. Let's see more exercise on this part. Number 1, he gave me here negative 1/4 raised to power 4. Because 4 here is even number, I told you before, in this case we can cancel negative beside 1/4 to be 1/4 raised to power 4, and by doing the previous steps, distribute this power above numerator and denominator, it will be 1/4 over 4 raised to power 4, finally equal 1/64. Exercise number 2, he gave me here 1 and 3rd raised to power 2. In this exercise, he gave me here mixed number. We must, as a first, change this mixed number into improper fraction, and then it will be equal 4/3 raised to power 2. And by doing the previous steps, it will be 4 raised to power 2 over 3 raised to power 2, finally equal 16/9. Exercise number 3, he gave me here negative 3rd raised to power 3. Because we have here odd power 3, we keep negative outside brackets like that, negative open brackets, 3rd raised to power 3, and by doing the previous steps, it will be negative 1 raised to power 3 over 3 raised to power 3, finally equal negative 1/27. Number 4, he gave me here decimal negative 1.5 raised to power 2. As a first, we must change this decimal form into fraction form by using your calculator. It will be equal negative 3 over 2 raised to power 2. And because we have here even number, we can cancel this negative, and by distribution this power above 3 and 2, it will be equal 3 raised to power 2 over 2 raised to power 2 equals 9 over 4. Okay, let's see more exercise on this lesson. Follow repeated multiplication. This exercise completes. He asked me to find the multiplicative inverse of the number 2/3 raised to power 2. Before find the multiplicative inverse of this rational number, as a first we must calculate the result of 2 over 3 raised to power 2 by using your calculator. 2 over 3 raised to power 2, it means equal 4 over 9. And how to find the multiplicative inverse? We have studied it before. We must find the reciprocal of this fraction 4 over 9 to be 9 over 4. Again, the multiplicative inverse here, it means we find the reciprocal of this fraction 4 over 9 to be 9 over 4, or flip numerator with denominator, like that. This is the final answer. Number 2, the additive inverse of the number negative 2 over 5 raised to power 3. As a first, I told you we must calculate this rational number by using your calculator. It will be equal negative 8 over 125. And what about the additive inverse of negative 8 over 125? It means we find the opposite sign of this rational number. I means if we have here negative, it will be the opposite, positive 8 over 125. This is the final answer. Okay, let's see more exercise. In exercise number 3, he gave me here A equal B. It means they are equal numbers, like 2 and 2, 3 equal 3, 4 equal 4, and so on. Both of them are 2 equal numbers. And we have here 2/3 a base raised to power A minus B. It will be equals what in this case? If we have here the same number, it means the power here, it will be equal 0. Why? Because we have here the same number, and when we subtract both of them, it will be equal 0. For example, if we say to A equal 2, so B also it will be equal to 2 minus 2, it will be equal 0. So it will be 2/3 raised to power 0, any base raised to power 0 equal 1. The final answer here, it will be equal 1. Okay, exercise number 4, he gave me here 2/3 raised to power what? The power here is missing, equal 8 over 27. Okay, by try any number, for example, power 2, it will be 2/3 raised to power 2 equals what? By distributing the power, it will be equal 2 power 2 over 3 power 2 equal 4 over 9. But this isn't the same answer. I told you we want to put this power to give the answer 8 over 27. So we try another power. Say it will be power 3. If we have here power 3, it will be 2 raised to power 3 and 3 raised to power 3. The final answer, it will be already equal 8 over 27. So the right answer here, it will be 3. Okay, the same in number 5, but he gave me here a mixed number. As the first time, we must change 2 and a quarter into improper fraction by using your calculator. 2 and a quarter, it will be equal 9 over 4. So 9 over 4, it will be 3 over 2 raised to power what? By try 2, it will be equal 9 over 4. So the right answer here, the power must be equal 2. To give me 2 and a quarter, which is 9 over 4, we must put the power here equal 2. Let's see the last exercise here. Put the result in sums 4, and he gave me here negative 1 over 3 raised to power 2 times 3 over 2 raised to power 3 multiplied by 3 over 4. How to solve this? By doing each one alone, okay, by distributing power 2 above negative third here, it will be equal, yes, we cancel negative here. Why? Yes, I told you before, when we have even number, we can cancel negative. So by distributing power 2 above 1 and 3, it will be equal positive 1 raised to power 2 over 3 raised to power 2. Multiply by doing the same steps, distribute power 3 above 3 over 2. It will be equal 3 raised to power 3 over 2 raised to power 3. Multiply by 3 quarter like that. And by calculate each one, 1 raised to power 2 over 3 raised to power 2, it will be equal 1 over 9 multiplied by 27 over 8 multiplied by 3 over 4. Final answer, it will be equal 9 over 32. Let's see number 2. We have here odd number, so we keep negative as it, and by distribution power 3 above numerator and denominator, it will be equal negative 2 raised to power 3 over 3 raised to power 3. Divide third, it will be 1 raised to power 3 over 3 raised to power 3. And 2 over 7 raised to power 0, it means 1. Okay. Second step, by calculate each one alone, negative 2 raised to power 3 over 3 raised to power 3, it means negative 8 over 27 divided by 1 over 27 times 1. Final answer, it will be negative 8. Thanks for your listening. Goodbye in the next session.